What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Life of Bonsai. Today we're gonna be working on these blueberries that I got. Now, this ones are a little bit up, but let me just tell you a quick story. So, pretty much I have this part-time at a nursery, which is pretty convenient. And these ones were on sale. They were $5 each, and I had to take them. And they have really beautiful movement, just natural curvatures that you'll see once I start working on them. I'm gonna do crazy pruning on these things, but yeah, these are blueberries. They are, yep. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're gonna be working on. My plan, depending on how the roots are, I want to put them in these little small pots that I got. I've never really done Mame or Shohin style bonsai, but this is the first time that I'll be doing that, and we're gonna be working on one by one and see what we can get out of these trees. Again, it was around $10, not bad, and we can use it for practice. So let's go ahead and get started and see what we can get with these trees. Okay, so here we are, closer to the tree. The first thing I want to do is take off that tag. Okay, so I know you can't really see much of this, but as we go and clean this up, you'll see how beautiful this thing is. It's got a really nice curvature, and the first thing that I'll do is just remove this big branch right here, and this is going to give us some room to start working. And most of this branch is pretty much dead, so we didn't really need it as much. But it's a whole mess right here, so we're gonna do pretty intense pruning on this, and you'll see as we discover more of a tree, you'll see all the potential that it has. So a lot of dead stuff in the inside that we don't really need, we can get rid of. Little branch right here. Some of that soil from the top, and sometimes, you know, just by removing soil from the top, you'll have pretty nice surprises sometimes where there is pretty nice nevari. On this one I don't see too much. We're gonna keep digging down and see how much we can remove from this soil. Moving, and we're exposing a lot. So what I like about this tree, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's got pretty old looking bark in the tree, which that really, you know, makes everything so much better. And all of this is full of blueberries that are still not quite there yet, but we're gonna be removing them, so because we don't need all this excess growth at the top, we're gonna be just taking some of this off, and they'll grow back as time goes by. So pretty intense pruning, and hopefully you are able to see now some shape of the base of the tree and how everything is looking so far. So got some branches here that we don't need, lots of branches that are just there. Get it closer to you, so I'm not sure if you can see that, but look how beautiful. There's a whole curve, so it goes slanted a little bit, and then there's a whole curve coming down this way. It kind of curves down and up, which is natural, which is really nice. And I'll be removing some more of these, and you'll be able to see way better. So you can see we have all this nice potential to work with. So I'm still pruning away things that I don't need, like this one, probably this one right here. Since it's facing the back, we don't really need this right now. So let's take it off. this one is crossing down back, so I'm not too sure. And if you hear some fighting or crying on the back, it's just my cat. They are going crazy right now. But pretty much, let's see, I think I'm gonna remove this one back here. So I'm gonna get bigger ones. So I'm gonna take off this big branch. This one's a little harder because there is some little growth, right there, so I don't want to remove it, but I might have to because it's hard to get to this branch without cutting it down. So we have this right here. There you go. Flew all over the place. But yeah, I think that's what we have. And then I'll be also removing this one right here. So as you can see, there is like another branch going down right here. That takes away from the looks. We don't need that. So I'll be taking it off. It's nothing really, just something extra on there, so we'll take it off and then clean this job to make it look nicer. Let's take it off. Okay, so that's taking really nice shape in my opinion. I think it's just looking nice. So this is going to be my front for sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be my front because it's facing this way, so towards you guys right here. If I was to choose the other one, it's gonna face away from us, which is not what we want. And let me prune this away. And this away. Also this one back here, it's just facing the opposite way, so we don't really need it. And yeah, I think that's all we have to trim down at the moment. So here's what I'm gonna do. So upon further inspection of the roots, the root mass was about right here. So I chopped a lot of those roots down. The reason why is because as I was inspecting the roots, they were in pretty bad shape. So those roots were pretty bad shape, and that's the reason why the tree wasn't doing as well at the nursery. And I'm sure that's the reason why, since it didn't look like a healthy tree, then that's the reason why they have no special, which is nothing wrong with that. I still got a deal and I got to practice on this. However, I'm gonna do this extreme root pruning, and I'm gonna try to wash away as much of the native soil as I can, and I'm just gonna put it in the pot, in the little one, and use some bonsai soil with akadama mix, and that should definitely help it. I'm sure it's gonna have a pretty good chance of making it and recovering. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to remove as much of the native soil as I can and then pot it up. So I'm gonna take some of this and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what we have, and you're gonna be shocked. I've removed a lot of those roots. I left pretty good feeder roots, and I washed away all the soil. The root mass was about right here. So now I'm taking a big risk of me doing this, and I keep watering it just to keep those roots hydrated. But it's a big risk. I don't really recommend you doing all this pruning, especially this late in the year. However, for me, it's a risk that I'm taking, and I'm almost 80% sure that it is going to make it. One, I'll be using good quality soil, and two, I left pretty good amount of roots, and of course all the roots that it had in it, they weren't as healthy, so it's not really doing much to the tree. Unlike if you have really healthy roots and a lot of roots, and you prune all of them, those are really healthy roots, and it's going to affect the tree a lot more than some roots that are not as healthy and they get removed. It is going to grow new roots and healthier as well. So I'll be putting my tree in the pot. Make sure that I have the right angle. So I have my tree anchored down. It's gonna look really cute. It's gonna look beautiful. So grab my akadama and I'm gonna start filling it up. My soil. Making sure that I fill the whole thing. Now I also want to push down with the chopstick or anything else that works, but I use a chopstick because this is going to help fill out those spaces and not create all that aeration. Aeration is good for the roots, but when you're using soil, it's not like your regular soil, which is like really tiny particles that's going to fill out pretty much every empty space at the roots. This is a little bigger than that, so you really got to push it down to fill out those spaces and get rid of those air pockets or air bubbles, however you want to call them. And that's going to help pushing all the soil all over the roots for better growth. So that is what we're doing. Just filling this up. And I can already tell that this tree is going to have so much potential. I'm sure it's going to make it again. Once it grows better roots, I'll be working on that Navari to make it nicer. I don't have too much experience with working with Navari, so that is the reason why I did not choose to make any movements on the root system. All I'm trying to do right now is just making sure that the tree survives and is a little healthier, and see how it does in the next few weeks. So far, we're almost there. So here it is. Tiny tree. A lot of options for deadwood, as you can see. I think it's gonna make it, and I think it's gonna look great. It's a nice start for this tree, so I'll keep you updated. So here we are. Now, the one on the left in the blue pot, I feel like that one has really good chances. That's the first one that I did, and I think it's got good chances. I think it has good chances. Now the other one, I don't think it's gonna make it, to be honest with you. I just used that other one, this pot that I had. I wanted to use that one in the back, but I feel like that one is for a tree that is healthier and pretty much better overall. It's got good movement and it has a lot of potential as well. However, if you compare, I don't think it's gonna be having the same luck, but I'll keep you guys updated This was just a work. $10 overall. Not a bad investment for some training and getting some skills and practicing as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, share, and you have a great day.